These people put their trust in you, the professional food handler. They trust you to care for their health. They depend on you maintaining a clean and safe workplace. In this video we will look at what is cleaning, why should I clean, what do I clean with, how do I clean, and when do I clean. In any food business, the soiling of surfaces and equipment by food scraps, grease or other debris is unavoidable. But this soiling is potentially dangerous. It can attract rodents and insects, which may lead to food contamination and food complaints. In some cases, it can be a breeding ground for food poisoning organisms, such as bacteria, viruses and fungi. It's essential that all wastes, dust, dirt, stains, grease and odours are not allowed to accumulate. Cleaning is the process of removing dirt and grease from all surfaces, fixtures, utensils and equipment, and it doesn't stop in the kitchen. Outbuildings, the backyard and refuse storage areas all require frequent cleaning. These areas may not come into direct contact with food, but spillage around waste areas can attract rodents, and they are a health risk that can be avoided. Cleaning should always be seen as a preventative measure, not an afterthought. A clean, attractive, safe environment for customers and staff promotes a favourable image and contributes to business success. Your customers expect good quality and to enjoy the meals you provide. Should that meal cause them to suffer food poisoning, they won't forgive. If you have suffered food poisoning, you will understand why. Unhygienic equipment and work surfaces can contaminate food and increase the risk of food poisoning and cross-contamination, especially between raw and cooked foods. Careless kitchen practices can result in dangerous food contamination. Your customers will not be impressed should they find fragments of glass, an insect or other contaminant in their meal. Be extremely careful to thoroughly clean after any building maintenance, electrical wiring, or in fact when any trade work is done. Debris such as bolts, wire and nails from these operations can also contaminate food. It can be expensive and time-consuming to destroy pests. Dirt and food scraps left to accumulate may attract mice, cockroaches, flies and other pests. Leave nothing to chance. Protecting already cleaned areas and using the appropriate cleaning practices will greatly reduce the risk of food poisoning and complaints. Spillages are inevitable, but over a period of time can cause a build-up of greasy surfaces which can be dangerous for yourself, your staff and your customers. Adequate lighting, the provision of safe ladders for reaching inaccessible areas, and the use of protective gloves and clothing when handling chemicals are essential factors in the provision of a clean, safe working environment. The cost of keeping floors, equipment and surfaces clean is negligible compared to the cost of a compensation claim. Prevention is far better than cure. Always keep equipment clean and in good working order. Efficiency and cost savings will be enhanced and overheads decreased. It is a legal requirement for proprietors to maintain food premises in a clean and hygienic condition. It is just plain common sense to ensure that all food premises are properly cleaned. Effective cleaning requires a combination of energy forms. Heat, chemical, for example detergents, disinfectants and sanitizers, physical, including manual labor such as scrubbing and wiping, and mechanical, such as glass washing machines and high-pressure sprays. Cleaning agents such as detergents, disinfectants and sanitizers all have a key role to play. and it is important to understand the differences between them. Detergents are like soap, but do not form scum. They are used to remove grease and other soiling, but do not kill bacteria. Be environmentally conscious. Biodegradable products should be the preferred choice. Disinfectants are used to reduce bacteria to a safe and acceptable level. In high-risk situations, it is not an option to use either a detergent or a disinfectant. Both must be used. If soil is not first removed by a detergent prior to using a disinfectant, cleaning will be ineffective. It's important to note that detergents and disinfectants are made to be used at specific strengths. Ask your supplier for a demonstration and read the manufacturer's instructions carefully. Always store chemicals away from food, strong sunlight, moisture and extreme temperatures. And never place chemicals in food containers. This practice could be fatal. Perfume disinfectants, which may be used for cleaning toilets and cloakrooms, must not be used in food rooms as they may taint foods. A sanitizer is a combined detergent and disinfectant, which may be used effectively in light soiling conditions to clean surfaces and equipment. Ensure that you have an adequate supply of suitable cleaning equipment, such as brushes, mops, protective clothing and gloves. And always make sure that equipment is well maintained and cleaned after use. There are 4 basic steps for any cleaning to be effective. These steps apply to all types of food establishments and include the cleaning of equipment, surfaces, floors and walls. Pre-cleaning, by loosening or removing food scraps, dirt and grease by soaking, scraping and rinsing. Main cleaning, by removing surface dirt, grime, food debris or grease by washing and scrubbing using a detergent and rinsing. Disinfecting, by using either a chemical disinfectant or very hot water. Drying, allowing items to air dry naturally on a clean, dry, disinfected surface. After drying, always ensure items are stored in clean, protected areas prior to use. Dishwashers and glass machines use these 4 steps very effectively, provided they are kept in good order and operated according to the manufacturer's instructions. If a dishwasher is not available, then a double bowl sink should be used. The correct technique for double bowl sink washing is 1. Pre-clean the utensils and crockery. 2. Place them in the first sink for the main clean in hot water and detergent. To be effective, the water must be changed regularly. In the second sink, the utensils and crockery soak in very hot water or a suitable chemical disinfectant in hot water according to manufacturer's instructions. The water must always be hot enough to enable air drying to take place. They are then drained on a clean surface. Once dry, the utensils and crockery are placed in a clean, dry, protected area. And remember, chipped crockery, damaged surfaces and broken equipment cannot be cleaned effectively, so replace them. Surfaces offer perfect breeding grounds for bacteria to multiply and contaminate food. Food preparation areas should be disinfected regularly throughout the day, particularly at the beginning of the day before operations start. Also, pay particular attention to those well-used areas that are subject to constant use and wear and tear and are hard to clean. For example, in front of fridges, preparation benches and serving areas. Floors should be cleaned frequently throughout the day, especially after each meal service and at the end of the day. And don't forget those out-of-the-way places, beneath cooking appliances, benches, washing up areas, and the covings and junctions between floor and wall. Tiled wall areas need particular attention, otherwise mold growth may occur. Clean from top to bottom. If you work from bottom to top, food and dust will simply fall onto cleaned areas. And work from outside corners to the center. This will prevent soil from accumulating in the corners of the room. Mops, buckets and other cleaning equipment will need to be cleaned, disinfected and air dried after use. They should be maintained in good condition. And please, tip dirty water down the cleaner's sink, never the hand basin. Never use equipment that has cleaned toilet areas for cleaning meal areas. If you do, you won't be cleaning, you'll be contaminating and possibly spreading disease. A clean-as-you-go policy is an important part of good housekeeping and maintaining high standards of hygiene. In short, it's essential. And the bonus is, at the end of the day, cleaning will not be so burdensome. Cleaning, like any other part of a successful business, needs to be carefully planned. Without a plan, it's too easy to overlook vital cleaning tasks. A good cleaning schedule will cover the following points. Who is to clean? What is to be cleaned? How is it to be cleaned? When is it to be cleaned? What chemicals, materials and equipment are required? How long will it take to clean? What precautions need to be taken? What protective clothing must be worn? Who will check that it has been cleaned? Note, a cleaning schedule must be placed in a prominent place for all staff to see. Staff training in the cleaning and dismantling of equipment is essential. Management should not assume that staff know these things. Management should use a checklist to follow up on the cleaning tasks and to ensure regular maintenance of equipment and machinery. One, what is cleaning? Cleaning is the process of removing soil from all surfaces, fixtures, utensils and equipment. It's important to clean areas and equipment both inside and outside of a food establishment. Cleaning should always be seen as a preventative measure, not an afterthought. Two, why should I clean? Because customers demand it. To reduce food poisoning and food contamination, to provide a safe working environment, to ensure profitability, to comply with food law. 3, what do I clean with? Detergents, to remove grease, dirt, soil and food particles, remembering that detergents do not kill bacteria. Disinfectants, to reduce bacteria to a safe and acceptable level. Sanitizers, in light soiling conditions. And suitable and well-maintained equipment for a specific cleaning task, remembering it's just as important to clean and disinfect the cleaning equipment. 4, how do I clean? Remember the 4 basic steps. Pre-cleaning, loosening and removing food scraps. Main cleaning, removing surface grime and dirt by washing and scrubbing using a detergent. Disinfecting, using chemicals or very hot water. And air drying, on a clean, disinfected surface. Always clean from top to bottom and from outside corners to the center. Tip dirty water down the cleaner's sink only. Never use the same equipment to clean toilet and meal preparation areas. Maintain good housekeeping at all times. Adopt a clean-as-you-go policy. 5. When do I clean? Carefully plan all cleaning tasks and include a cleaning schedule. Remember, without a plan, it's too easy to overlook vital cleaning tasks. Management and supervisors should use checklists. Staff should be specifically trained in all aspects of cleaning. You have a responsibility to ensure that you have a thorough understanding of the practices we have discussed. Principles that are simple to follow and maintain, principles that are vital. Your customers, your staff, and your business rely on you all the time, every time, to make a clean sweep.